Thank you very much. So this is a hybrid event. Here we are in Akisa, building of the University of Athens, in the framework of a very big conference organized by the Erasmus Student Network. It is the South and Eastern European Platform Athens, if I am not mistaken. And we are also online with the friends from EUROPE DIRECT Pελοποννήσου. My colleagues, Mrs. Vicky Inglesu, Mrs. Eleftheria Koutssidaki, and Mrs. Georgia Babanikolou. I am also cooperating with Mr. Dimitris Golas from EUROPE DIRECT Ηπείρου, who is working in the northern part of Greece, and I also have with me Mr. Dimitris Mitropoulos from the EUROPE DIRECT Attica Praxi network, which I work. Our overall aim as organization is to promote the EU policies and initiative, as well as to make the voice of citizens louder. And I would like to thank very much Zoe. Zoe, I am really obliged for the opportunity that you provide us to address this speech to all the friends here. We have today a very interesting panel which focuses on voluntarism, especially the voluntarism that has to do with the European instruments which support it. And for this reason, in our company, we are having with us a number of very interesting speakers who are going to provide us information about the opportunities that exist, as well as their testimonials from the voluntary initiatives that they have taken part in. So, first of all, we will have with us Mr. Philippos Kamaris, who is working for the local office of the European Parliament here in Athens, who will present us a very interesting opportunity for voluntarism in the framework of the European elections. Then we will have two speakers, Mrs. Kalogianni and Mrs. Ais from the authorities which are responsible for the Erasmus program. And finally, we will have a number of teams, a number of organizations who have undertaken voluntary initiatives during the past, who will present us their experience. So thank you very much all for being here and providing this speech to us and transferring to us your experience. I will not talk a lot. I would like to give the floor to Mr. Kamaris in order to start this session. Thank you very much.
Okay, so welcome to everybody. Welcome to Athens. My name is Philippe Kamaris. I represent the European Parliament as an institution. I'm not a member of the European Parliament myself. And I'm here for two reasons. The one reason, the first reason, is that the Erasmus project is a flagship project for us. So it's been a success story. And from this point of view, you are the embodiment of the European project. We want to support you, and that's the reason we're here today. The second reason is to present you a little bit what volunteerism is from the point of view of the European Parliament, which is a platform that we have created, a network, www.together.eu. We also have the Greek version, which is Mazi.eu. We have a version in every single EU language, but I think for the sake of clarity, together.eu is the one I will refer to today. So what the European Parliament stands for is European democracy. And together.eu is for us a community of citizens, civil society groups, organizations that believe in the value of democracy and, by extension, in the importance of voting, particularly as the next European elections are approaching. We're going to have them from the 6th to the 9th June 2024. I know you don't all come from member states, and some of you are from candidate countries, but still the information in this framework could be useful to everybody in the room. Now, in 2019, more than 300,000 citizens participated in a similar project we have launched. Together.eu wants now to bring on board as many people as possible to help get out the vote for the next elections, and we see it as a civic activation tool. So, in a sense, what we want is to enhance the legitimacy of the European project, not just the European Parliament, because the more the people vote, the stronger our democracy becomes in Europe. Now, registering with Together.eu is basically for anyone who wants to stand up for democracy, and also for youth networks who can sign up as local partners. This is what ESN Kappa Athens did, and this is why I'm with you today. Now, concretely, we are offering through this platform 3 levels of engagement. The one which is the simplest, I would say, it's just a pledge to vote. You register. It's a simple mechanism, and then we as European Parliament will send you reminders the closer we arrive to vote in June, to explain how the European elections are organized, to explain details about registrations and so on. That's rather simple. Then you can also register as a supporter of the community. And this gives you full access to the platform with possibilities of online training, tailored information, calls to action sent by the EP. And basically, we encourage you to get active, organize your own events, take part in events and initiatives. And the third layer, which is the one I want to stress, is volunteering. When you register as a volunteer or as an organization, it means that you become active in organizing your own events, your own information campaigns, other activation activities you might have, as long as they're linked to the EP or the EU in the wider sense. And this is the case of the event we're having today. So, for instance, what we try is for our volunteers to have dedicated support. So we as European Parliament will then try to support you. And indeed, the premises where you will hold your session tomorrow has been supported in this way because ESN Kappa Athens registered. So I would encourage every one of you to do so. So to sum up, from my own perspective, the Together.eu website is the central hub for all activities to promote democracy in view of the next elections. We do so by helping as much as we can any activities that focus on the EU values, projects, particularly when they are for the youth. Registering is easy. You just go on the Together.eu website, or actually you scan the QR code, which is just behind me, and which you will have on this banner for the days of your event. And then it is easy to establish contact with the EP, either in Brussels, either with the liaison offices that we have in each member state, so that we can discuss how to support your activities. This is all I had to say. At the European Parliament, we have 705 members. We try keeping our speeches short and, if possible, sweet. I see I had 5 minutes today. I've kept it to 4 minutes, 31 seconds. So, and I hope it was useful to you as it was useful to me. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kamaris, for this introduction. We will now continue our program and go and move to the online session. I think that our next speaker is Mrs. Christina Kalogianni, who will, and Mrs. Konstantina Ais, who will provide us some information about Erasmus and the European Solidarity Corps scheme. So, dear colleagues, the floor is yours. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you very much. Can you hear us?
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Great, thank you. Hi, good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for the invitation. Nice to meet you all, even virtually. Just give me 1 second to share my presentation. So, hi again. My name is Olympia. I'm the Communication Officer and Information for the European Solidarity Corps here in Greece at the Hellenic National Agency, which is called Youth and Lifelong Learning Foundation. Nice to meet you all again, and thank you very much again for the invitation. We'll make a presentation for the European Solidarity Corps program. As you may know, its motto is the power of together, and is the foremost program that promotes the concept of solidarity, which is, after all, one of the fundamental principles on which Europe is based on. So among the objectives of the program are to address the societal and humanitarian challenges on the ground, with a particular focus on the promotion of sustainable development, social inclusion, and equal opportunities. Moreover, to enhance the engagement of young people, including young people with fewer opportunities, in an attempt to strengthen cohesion, solidarity, and democracy, and also to increase positive impact in their communities. So the European Solidarity Corps supports the European Union's political priorities and engages both organizations and young people to help and participate in projects which are related with the following thematic areas. Particularly, the program promotes inclusion and diversity and aims to provide all young people with equal access to European Solidarity Corps program opportunities. The program aims to adopt green practices across all projects and activities, as well as to promote environmentally sustainable and responsible behavior among both participants and organizations. Moreover, the program contributes to the digital transition by supporting project and activities that work to boost digital skills and foster digital literacy. And also, the program promotes the civic engagement and participation of young people in democratic processes. Now, in this slide, you can see the structure of the program, the possibilities that someone can apply for and implement within the European Solidarity Corps are through the solidarity projects, the volunteering projects, the volunteering teams in high priority areas, and the humanitarian aid volunteering projects. The last two are managed by the European Commission at the central level. So we at the Hellenic National Agency Youth and Lifelong Learning Foundation are managing the first two, the solidarity and the volunteering projects, which we are going to focus on right now. Let's start with the solidarity projects. You may have heard them. Solidarity projects are activities of a duration of 2 to 12 months. It gives a group of minimum 5 young people aged from 18 to 30 years old the chance to address key challenges within the communities. Solidarity projects provide young people with a chance to express solidarity by taking a responsibility and committing themselves to bring positive change in their local community. Together with addressing the local changes, a solidarity project should also demonstrate European added value by addressing priorities identified at European level. The European added value can be expressed through any element of solidarity project that is linked with European issues, values, and priorities, as we saw before. Also, participation in a solidarity project is an important non-formal learning experience through which young people can boost their personal, educational, social, professional, and development. Now, let's see who can implement a solidarity project. A solidarity project can be implemented by a group of minimum 5 young people aged between 18 to 30 years old, who are legally residing in one and the same EU member state or a third country associated to the program, and need to be registered in the European Solidarity Corps portal. The solidarity projects are activities that are initiated, developed, and implemented by young people themselves at national level. Now, let's see who can apply for a solidarity project. For a solidarity project, can apply the group that will implement the program, the group itself. So one of the young people in the group assumes the role of the legal representative and takes the responsibility of submitting the application. any public or private body, an organization, for example, legally established in an EU member state or in a third country associated with the program, on behalf of the group, can implement the project. They can support them. Now, a solidarity project will typically consist one of the following stages, which are planning, preparation, implementation of the activities, and the follow-up, which includes the evaluation of the activities as well as all the publication and the sharing of projects results. All these stages have to be written and well explained in the process of the application. In this slide, you may see the eligible costs and applicable funding rules for the solidarity projects. Particularly, the costs that are covered are regarding project management cost, coaching cost, and exceptional cost. Of course, you may consult the official guide, program guide of 2023. Where we always try, and when we need to write an application, we always try and consult the official guide published by the European Commission. Now, let's see some information regarding the volunteering projects. First of all, to participate in a volunteering project, if you are a young person and you are interested, you can register at the European Youth Portal. If you are coming from or you're representing an organization, to participate in a volunteering project, your organization needs to be certified with quality label. The quality label is a process that certifies that an organization is able and willing to carry out high quality activities in compliance, of course, with the principles, objectives, and the quality standards of the program. Obtaining a quality label is a precondition for participating in volunteering activities. What are the volunteering projects? These kind of activities offer opportunities for young people to take part in activities, contribute to the daily work of participating organizations, and to the ultimate benefit of the communities within which the activities are carried out. By participating in such activities, young people can help to address identified needs within their local communities. Of course, this covers a wide range of areas, as we said before, with the priorities, for example, inclusion and diversity, sustainability, environmental protection, and digital transformation. Volunteering may take place in a country other than the country of residence of the participant. This is called cross-border volunteering, or in the country of residence of the participant, which is called in-country volunteering. Here we may see the types regarding the volunteering projects. There are two types of volunteering: individual volunteering and volunteering teams. Individual volunteering is an activity of duration 2 to 12 months. This type of activity provides young people with the opportunity to contribute to the daily work of organization and activities. Here it is important that in an attempt to encourage the participation of young people with fewer opportunities, volunteering activities of 2 weeks to 2 months can be accepted and implemented. Also, individual volunteering activities can take place cross-border and in-country. Now, regarding the volunteering teams, these are activities that allow teams of participants coming from at least 2 different countries to volunteer together for a period of time between 2 weeks and 2 months. Such activities could especially contribute to the inclusion of young people with fewer opportunities in the European Solidarity Corps program. Now, in this side, we may see also the eligible cost and applicable funding rules for the voluntary projects for organizations who have been accredited with a quality label first. Particularly, the costs that are covered are regarding travel, management costs, organizational support, inclusion support, pocket money, the language learning support, the preparatory visit, and the exceptional costs. Of course, you may consult again the official program guide where there are the tables with all the details regarding each category. Here you may find the website of the European Solidarity Corps in Greece, where you can find all the necessary information in the official guide of the program. Also, you can find the accounts of the programs on social media accounts. If you want, you can follow us and you can be updated for any upcoming news, videos, events and activities that we organize as a Hellenic National Agency. And also in our YouTube channel, we have uploaded a series of videos for the European Solidarity Corps in collaboration, of course, with our beneficiaries organization, where you can be inspired and create your own project. Thank you very much for your attention and your time.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Kalogianni. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We will continue with Mrs. Konstantina Ais. I would like to underline that both Together EU as well as the other programs that are presented by the colleagues online are open for those who are interested to apply for. So if you are interested in taking part in those programs, you can ask the colleagues here about the details, how you can make the application and so on in order to be involved. So please keep your questions, and at the end of the session, maybe we will have a small Q&A session during which the experts will answer any question that you might have. Thank you very much. And Mrs. Ais, the floor is yours. Thank you very much.
Good morning.
Please, Mrs. Ais.
Good morning. 1 minute to share my presentation. So, good morning, everyone. I would like to thank you for this invitation. It is an honor to be invited to participate in a such significant gathering and be part of this occasion. Together, we will discuss a very well-known program, the Erasmus Plus program, and we will talk about the opportunities that this program offers to young people and to organizations. So let's start with our presentation. So there are two national agencies in Greece responsible for the Erasmus Plus program. The first one is the Youth and Lifelong Learning Foundation, which is responsible for the Erasmus Plus in the fields of youth and sport, and the State Scholarships Foundation, which is responsible for the Erasmus Plus in the fields of education and training. The Erasmus Plus program has 4 horizontal priorities. The priorities are the same with the other program, the European Solidarity Corps. So we have inclusion and diversity, digital transformation, environment and fight against climate change, and participation in democratic life. Today, we will talk about the Erasmus Plus in the fields of youth and sport. And I would like to mention that all the granted projects should be based at least on one of these 4 priorities. So let's move to see the structure of the program in the fields of youth and sport. You can see that we will talk about decentralized actions. When we talk about decentralized actions, it means that all applications submitted and evaluated from our national agency, from the Youth and Lifelong Learning Foundation. So let's start with the key action 1. We have the mobility opportunities for accredited organizations, youth exchanges, mobility of youth workers, youth participation activities, Discover EU inclusion action, and mobility of staff in the field of sport. For key action 2, there are 2 actions, cooperation partnerships and small-scale partnerships. We can start with the key action 1 in the field of youth, and specifically for mobility opportunities for accredited organizations. You can see a code KA151U, U means youth, and you choose this code when you are going to apply on the WebGate website. Organizations who hold the Erasmus Plus accreditation have the opportunity to apply in a simplified way, and organizations, in order to obtain the Erasmus Plus accreditation, should have relevant previous experience in the field of youth. Also, organizations who hold the Erasmus Plus accreditation could apply for 2 actions. Here are the actions. The first one is youth exchanges, and the second one is professional development activities. Professional development activities are in the key action 1, mobility of youth workers. Okay, let's see the second one, youth exchanges. You can see the code KA152 youth. When we talk about youth exchanges, we talk about meetings of groups of young people from at least 2 different countries who gather for a short period to implement a project. People who participate in a youth exchange have the opportunity to obtain the Youth Pass certificate. Youth Pass is a very useful certificate, and participants have the opportunity to describe the skills that they have developed during their participation in a specific Erasmus Plus project. On the next slide, we can see the eligibility criteria for the youth exchanges action, the number of participating organizations, minimum 2 participating organizations. The duration of project is 3 up to 24 months, and the duration of activity is 5 to 21 days, excluding travel days. The number of participants in youth exchange, the minimum number is 16 and maximum 60 participants, and each group must have at least 1 group leader. On this slide, you can see who can apply, NGOs, some public bodies, and of course, informal groups of young people. An informal group of young people consists from at least 4 young people. In this action, we can see that there is an age limit. Young people should be between 13 and 30 years old. Let's see the next action, which is mobility of youth workers. The aim of this action is to support the professional development of youth workers. Youth workers are people who work with young people, work for or with young people. On this slide, you can see the activities that are included in this action. They have professional development activities and system development and outreach activities. The eligibility criteria for this action are the same with the youth exchanges. The number of participating organizations, minimum 2 participating organizations, the duration of project the same, and the duration of activity is 2 to 60 days, excluding travel days. The number of participants, up to 50 participants, who can apply the same criteria with the youth exchanges action. There is a difference between youth exchanges and mobility of youth workers. As you can see, in this action, there is no age limit. Let's move to the next action of key action 1, which is youth participation activities. Youth participation activities is an action which is similar to youth exchanges. There are some differences. The main.
If you can run a bit faster, we would appreciate.
Okay, so
thank you.
Okay, sorry. So we have on youth participation activities, people can implement projects on a national level, but also for a transnational level. This is the main difference of youth exchanges. The next action is discovering EU inclusion action concerns young people aged 18 years old. And more specifically, the Discovery EU inclusion action aims to reach out young people with fewer opportunities that would not apply on their own initiative. Here you can see the eligibility criteria. One participating organization must be involved, who can apply the same with the other actions. And let's see some information about the field of sport. We have one action, mobility of staff in the field of sport. And this action supports the professional development of coaches and other staff in grassroots sport. There are two main activities, job shadowing and observations period. And the other one is coaching and training assignments. Who can apply? You can see a public or private organization or a non-grassroots sport organization. And let's close our presentation with key action 2. There are two actions in key action 2. There are cooperation partnerships and small-scale partnerships. Cooperation partnerships refers to organizations that have previous experience on the Erasmus Plus program, who can apply any public or private organization to cooperation partnership. The duration of project is 12 to 36 months, and the applicants have to choose one of these 3 lump sums. Small-scale partnerships have been designed for organizations that have not previous experience on the Erasmus Plus program. And the number of profile participation organization is minimum 2 organizations. The duration is 6 to 24 months. And applicants have to choose between these 2 amounts. Here are some useful links, the Erasmus Plus website, the Erasmus Plus Youth and Sport website, the Erasmus Guide, which is very useful and you should consult before you start to design and submit your application. And of course, the link to submit your application, the webgate. Here are our social media accounts. You can follow us, of course, if you want, in order to see our events and participate to them. Thank you very much for your attention and for your time, of course.
Thank you very much, Ms. Saik. So, as we understand, there are several opportunities which are provided for individuals. For example, Discovery EU, and there are some other opportunities which are provided through certain organizations that are able to take part in these types of programs. In the second part of this session, we are going to have with us a number of organizations who do exactly this. For example, our first speaker will be Mr. Thomas Tsikos from the Center of Youth in Ηπείρου. It is an organization that has applied for this program, for this kind of program, specifically the European Solidarity Corps. Please, Mr. Tsikos, explain this better. And now he's running such an activity and has already involved some volunteers in this. Mr. Tsikos, please give us a better brief of what you do and how have you been involved in this kind of programs, and what is the benefit of the volunteers that participate in your team and the initiative. Thank you very much. Please, Mr. Tsikos, the floor is yours.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for the invitation for this wonderful event. I'm representing the Youth Center of Epirus, that is an NGO located in the northwest of Greece. And I will start with a personal experience that happened to me in 2010. I received a call from a friend that he was abroad in Turkey, in Ankara specifically, and they were searching in one NGO there for a Greek participant to go there for 3 months as a volunteer through a program that was called EVS. That practically EVS was the previous program for the European Solidarity Corps. It was how it started. And I went there. I didn't know a lot of things about the European opportunities that we can have. And my task there for 3 months was to inform young people about all these opportunities. I believe that these 3 months changed a lot in my life. I had a lot of changes because I changed totally the topic of my studies after, and I really got passionate and I could say almost in love with the opportunities that these programs are giving to the young people. So in 2010, when I came back from Turkey, I decided together with some friends to create our organization, Youth Center of Epirus, and way to try to do the same thing and to promote these ideas and these opportunities to our local community, because we understood that there was no one in that period that was doing this here. So I can say that I was going to become a professor of Italian before going as a volunteer somewhere, and I changed totally my job path, and now I'm a youth worker. And I'm so happy that that day when I answered to that phone call, I decided directly to, yes, I'm coming to Turkey for 3 months. Right now, after 12 years that we have the Youth Center of Epirus, we have created a very big team. Here we are 30 people in our organization working in 2 different departments. The one is the youth department that we are trying to promote and to give the opportunities to young people to become active in our local society, but also to participate in many programs as youth exchanges, training course, and the European Solidarity course through the Erasmus+, locally and also abroad. And the second department is the integration department we have created, that we are hosting a facility of unaccompanied minors, that we are hosting 40 young people between 12 to 40 years old. Then we are trying to providing all the services. What we have done all these years, what we have seen from people being volunteers locally or abroad, we have seen people going somewhere and changing totally the perspective of what they wanted to do before and when they came back. We saw people getting new ideas to implement in our local society. We even saw people getting married of being abroad, coming back and getting in love. And we have a situation that they came back and a boy local from Greece got married with a girl from Turkey, and now they're living here. So all these projects through the youth exchange and training course and the European Solidarity course are really changing the life. Right now we are hosting 5 volunteers here from abroad, from Spain, from France, from Sweden, and we have hosted many more participants and volunteers. During the last 12 years, we have managed to send abroad and also to host here more than 1,000 people with our activities. And this is because European Union are giving the chance the young people to participate in these programs. And I can say that in the Divine and the Hellenic National Agency, they're very, very active and they're very, very helpful to all the NGOs in Greece and also to the young people when they want to ask a question. We are very impressed with all the time with their support, but every time we are calling them, they are very supportive. So to finalize, because I think we are a little bit out of time, I will say that this youth exchange, a youth exchange that even can be only for 6 days, let's say, can really change your life. You can really learn a lot of things. You can meet new people, explore new destinations, and come back as a different person and try to be more active in our society.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tsikos. Thank you very much. This was a very interesting testimonial. I don't know if any of the friends here has experienced something similar, have participated in a similar activity. Maybe. Okay, there is always an opportunity. You can ask afterwards, how can you take part in these types of initiatives? The friends here can explain us the details. Now we are going to have another testimonial from Mr. He's representing Pagouristas. I think it's an NGO doing similar activities, offer opportunities for volunteerism. Please, Mr. Tsatoulis, provide us your testimonials. We are here to hear what you are going to say to us. Thank you very much. Please, the floor is yours.
Good morning from Ioanna. Let's share our screen. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, we're happy about this meeting today. We're happy about our participation and the opportunity to communicate with you. I'm Yannis Tsatoulis.
I'm Anastasia de la Porta.
We are members of Pagouristas, and for the next 10 minutes, we will present our local voluntary team, which is called Pagouristas. We are an open voluntary team of citizens who love our city and believe that we can all help to create a better society through action and cooperation. Every citizen of Ioanna can be participate. Our team has neither a management council nor a president. All of us, we are members of the team. We are volunteers. We don't have managed money. We don't have a purse. Every person who wants to help our team can do it with an offer, for example, paints, and of course, with personal work and participation. We are neither a political party nor a municipal party. We're an active community of Greeks. We're an active community of European citizens. This is our city, the big common home, Ioanna. Volunteering is the spontaneous, conscious, and selfless offer of action or service which a person or a team takes on without expecting any kind of return. Volunteering brings people closely and helps overall to build up confidence in order that social problems can be solved. Volunteering leads to the evolution of our society from an individual to a solidary society. Volunteering is a very important procedure which empowers social solidarity, encourages participation and coexistence, gives a meaning to our lives. Our goal is to motivate the citizens of our city in order to do more about our society, to take action and be interested in the daily life, and to motivate and urge the local authorities to do more about Ioanna. We inform about the common issues, the current news, and political decisions. We let people know the rights and the obligations that they have as citizens. We power up people to express their thoughts and beliefs. We demand justice and transparency. We participate actively in the process of helping the community. Scientific research has shown that volunteers have a lot of benefits. And volunteers gain many skills. leadership skills, problem-solving skills, organization and planning skills, communication and interpersonal skills, relationship build-up, mentoring skills and training others, teamwork, time management, reporting, other personal improvements, including raising confidence and self-esteem. What is the field of our action of Pauristas? Environmental protection, respect and care of public space, solidarity and support to every person who needs help, love and care for animals, support of athletic events, cooperation and actions with schools, pinpointing and defense of diversity, building up conditions of unity. We have already done more than 200 voluntary activities here in Ioannina. Cooperation with all, it's very important for us to cooperate with other teams, local associations, and the local authorities.
Hello from me. So now let's take a look at some pictures that depict our action. Let's put color at the neighbors of our city. Action at the playground. Here we can see members of our team take part in coloring a playground in order to beautify and clean playgrounds in Ioannina. On the left, you can see what it was like before, and on the right, you can see what it's like after our intervention. The old age needs us. So in this picture, we are at the central retirement home of Ioannina. We visited the elderly, we danced, we laughed, and they told us stories about their lives. Now, our public space and nature. It was an activity at the biggest natural park of our city. Safe driving behaviors are everyone's responsibility. Here we gave some information flyers to the local drivers and to the pedestrians about the right and safe behavior in the city. Next, action about the elimination of violence against women. After that, cleaning, taking care of Ioannina public space. Then, cleaning, taking care of the works of arts at the lakefront. After that, we have solidarity to Syria's refugees in Ioannina. It was the action with the biggest duration in these 13 years. We were on duty for 24 days. When the refugees from Syria came to Ioannina in 2016, we were there with other locals and the authorities in order to give them food, clothes, and encourage them. So you can see some shoes for the kids and a member of our team playing with the kids on his old mini truck. After that, we have recycling and support. So we recycle plastic bottles and glass with the coupons, vouchers. We buy food and necessities for local foundations, which take care of people with financial or even health problems. Have you drunk alcohol? Return home by taxi. We created a sticker with this message, and you can see it until today at many taxi cars in Ioannina. Blood donation, tree planting, accessibility for all. We went to the center of the city in order to highlight the bad conditions in the public area for our fellow citizens in wheelchairs. A visit to Central School of Ioannina in order to speak with the students about volunteering. We went to Pogoniani village to help with the preparations in the building, where boys and girls would be given a warm welcome after the public prosecutor's recommendation, and we have helped this association many times. Now, activities about the protection of the environment. We planted flowers in the city. We have organized many concerts free of charge where fellow citizens could offer necessities, for example, for the people of Turkey and Syria after the huge earthquake of 2023. And another concert was held for the local association for blind people in order to raise money for lessons for their citizens. In another event was given a speech by a professor about violence at schools, for example, bullying and addiction to the internet. We removed stickers from the road signs. Our team here supporting athletic events and some pictures from the monthly meetings where we make decisions about our next steps. Another important activity in order to inform blind citizens about how to use the new sound system at the traffic lights of Ioannina. And then we cleaned the dirty boxes of the telecommunications organization of Greece in Ioannina. And together with many artists of local laboratories of art, we created art pictures on the boxes. Volunteering, action, cooperation, solidarity, tolerance, diversity, mutual respect.
Well, this is our team. This is our dream. We will continue to try to act. We have to do this. We also have to maintain the European values. We have to help to create, to smile with confidence. Let's defend our values. Let's defend diversity. Freedom, peace, democracy, equality, prosperity are not certain. We have to fight for all this every day. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you. Thank you so much for this testimonial. Now we have with us Mr. Kalogiannis, his team from the organization Helix. Please join us. We would have been very happy to hear from you as well what you do, and maybe how can the friends from here be involved in your activities.
Hello everyone. Thank you again. This is my team. Some words about the Helix organization. We are a non-government, non-profit organization, and we promote voluntary service and education since 1987. Our main goal is the personal development of all you individuals as citizens of this world through voluntary service and through participation in projects for the common good. We organize voluntary projects, and our main three pillars of functioning is the protection of the environment, is the preservation of cultural heritage, and social justice and social service. In 2017, we have completed 30 years of since our foundation. We have organized more than 500 projects, and the number of our volunteers exceeds 3,000. Through our projects, you can travel around the world at low cost. You can meet new people and new cultures from abroad. You can improve your language skills. You can make new friends from all over the world. And most of all, right now, you can visit our website at helix.org.gr in order to see and examine all those things. But what better to hear from the volunteers of BOC themselves, Pedro and Hashir.
Hi everyone, I'm Pedro, I'm from Spain. I'm doing a ESC individual one that for 9 months, that it will take the place here in Athens. So yeah, my expectations here for this project is like just continue learning, meeting a new culture, because I never been in Greece before. And that's it, just helping people. I will give the word to Mazi.
Hello everyone, how are you? I hope you are doing good. My name is Hasir. I am from Pakistan and I am working with Helix organization. And yeah, I am a volunteer, and I choose this because I want to meet new people. Sorry for I am confused a little bit because this is my first time that I'm speaking.
Thank you all very much. On behalf of our volunteers, I will leave some flyers here as well in order to check them out. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you very much for being here and for this testimonial. We have a final presentation from Mr. Antonis Michailakis. Now we have seen some forms of voluntarism that are a bit different than this. Now we are going to see how can you voluntarily support scientists in order to do their research work. We have with us Mr. Michailakis, who is having a project that has to do with mosquitoes, and he will tell us how can somebody support this project if he or she interested in the framework of the society inclusion in science. So, Mr. Michailakis, the floor is yours.
Yes, good morning. I would like to share my presentation. So we will talk about mosquitoes and an application that was created by Spanish colleagues, and we call it Mosquito Alert. So my name is Antonis Michailakis. I'm a research entomologist in Benaki Phytopathological Institute. We are working many years, actually not working, fighting mosquitoes, many years trying to do a proper management. And I'm not using the word control, because sometimes control, people are thinking spraying, and sometimes spraying is not giving the right results and many side effects. So that's why we say management, as you'll see later. So before starting, I would like to, because I was not, let's say, familiar with your audience, so just to give you a brief idea of the problem and the mosquitoes. Mosquitoes are insects that need water. This is very important, because if we don't have water, we don't have mosquitoes. And this is a fight and a balance that we are trying to eliminate the breeding sites, small bodies of water in our urban areas, in areas where people are living, and sometimes it's not easy. So, so the biological side of mosquito is always starting from an egg, then become a larva, pupa, and then an adult that, especially the female, will drink blood, our blood, or blood from an animal, or, for example, a chicken, or a bird, or a dog. And sometimes this creates also problems, except nuisance, also with diseases. So depending on where we are targeting, especially with biocides, we are targeting adulticides, which is something with, let's say, not 100% good results, because it's not easy to find adults because they are flying around. But on the other hand, if we manage to find the larva, then the control, the management is better. So what is the problem? The problem is that mosquitoes, especially in urban areas, they are having a cryptic breeding sites that we need fantasy to find. This is a typical breeding site full of larvae that sometimes is not easy to identify and, of course, to manage. So we have, let's say, a toolbox with many tools. So one of them, a recent tool, is a citizen science. So what actually we want is, with an easy way, to receive an information from the citizens regarding mosquitoes. You know, when we're talking about mosquito control programs in European Union, in Greece, and everywhere in the world, we are talking about public areas. We're not talking about private areas. It's not allowed, the government, the company, the region, to enter your house and spray. So this is something that we need to consider, and that's why I think citizen science will help us to identify problems, especially in urban areas. This considers as a cost-effective approach, because it's not easy to be everywhere trying to find breeding. So this is a European idea. It's a non-profit. It's started from researchers, and the idea is to do research and try to understand behaviors, attitudes, and of course, give the critical information to the stakeholders that are responsible for the mosquito management in each region, in each country. This started from colleagues in Barcelona, And more or less, this is the geography of our application. There is always in each country a national supervisor, and then we have some national experts or other experts that also could be from other countries if needed, if the information are too many. And we do validation of the photos that we receive in order to classify mosquito species. And this is very important because from the mosquito species, we can understand many problems and, of course, to prepare a targeted management plan. So more or less, we received something like this from all over the Europe, and now the coordinator is trying to also to develop an artificial intelligence approach. So many photos that are not mosquitoes, for example, or something else, because some people, I don't know why, they are like to send their faces, like selfie. So these photos are not entering in the system for experts evaluation, but we are trying now to collect a lot of pictures and try to do with the help of artificial intelligence this identification faster. So if you download the application, it is available in almost all languages in European Union and in Greek language. You will see this profile. So actually what you can do is to report a bite or a mosquito that is just landed in your hand, on your shoulder, or your leg, and take a picture and send it to us. Also, if you identify a breeding site, this is also very useful. And of course, you can always send information, and this is important, anonymous information, because we don't collect personal data. And actually, your location is not exact georeference, but actually we are, let's say, collect a very big area from where your report is coming. This is more or less other, let's say, screenshots from the application. So through this application also you can read how to identify some invasive mosquito species. And this is very important for European Union because many new species enter our territory, and we don't want them because they are very good vectors for many diseases that are not existing at the moment in Europe. Of course, this summer was not very good because dengue was recorded in Spain, Italy, and France. And unfortunately, these species are good vectors, and some of them are present, and some of them just enter the European Union from the eastern part, from Cyprus. So it was a nice moment when some countries detect for the first time some invasive species. Which,
Mr. Michailakis, if you can run a bit, we would appreciate.
Yes.
Thank
So
you.
with this citizen science, we can record also new species that we don't know. It's good that we receive a lot of reports around European Union. If you want to see more, there is a web page in Greek language also, because we initiate that. Our effort started on April 2023. And this, of course, is part of many projects, Horizon projects, local, national projects. And we are hoping that citizens will provide us with this information so we can use them to prepare targeted management plans. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Michailakis. So we would have been happy to provide you photos of the mosquitoes that we find. This was a very interesting approach. Thank you very much for this. I think that we have finished with our panel. We are a bit late. I don't know if you have any quick questions for any of our speakers, either here or online, in order to finish this meeting. Any questions? Maybe from the... okay, then I will make one question to finish up. So if a friend from here and anyone can answer from this panel, so if anyone is interested to travel abroad in order to take part in a voluntary activity, what he or she do in order to do so? Is there a web page where he or she can apply? So if you can provide us information about this, anyone? Mrs. Isis or Mrs. Kalogianni?
Hi, yes. Of course, I will write down in the chat box the link of the European Youth Portal where a young person can register at the European Youth Portal. It's a platform managed by the European Commission, and create a profile with his or her own information. And of course, then can look for organizations who have been accredited with the quality label. And depending on, of course, the availability, they can participate. I will write down on the chat box. If you want.
And this is not only for Greece, it is for all, for the whole Europe.
For the European Solidarity Corps program.
Okay. Okay. So thank you everybody from being here. Thank you all. Thank you all the speakers, and it was very nice to see you, to have you with us. This was a very interesting session. I wish you all a nice day online, and I wish you all the best for the next session, dear colleagues here. Bye-bye.